In this video, you will learn how to solve this quadratic equation involving two variables, x and y. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to my channel for more simplified mathematics solutions. You may wonder, how do I go about solving this? I'm going to show you two methods you will use in solving this kind of quadratic equation. Now let's get started. Now, to solve this quadratic equation, all you need to do is to factorize the section in the right hand side. From the right hand side, you come to realize that minus xy can be equal to negative 3xy plus 2xy, right? Good. Now, if we want to factorize the left-hand side, all we need to do is to substitute the value of minus 3xy plus 2xy for minus xy. So that expression will now give us x squared minus 3xy plus 2xy, and this would be minus 6y squared, and this will be equal to 0. So now our factorization have just started. Now what do we do next? We're going to factorize into smaller expression. So from this expression, we'll see x is common, right? So we'll bring out x. So we'll have x minus 3y, right? Great. Now what do we have remaining? This is going to be plus 2y, which is common because 6y squared divided by 2y is going to give us 3y. So that's possible. So from here, we're going to have x remaining minus 3y, and this will be equal to 0. Great. Now, do you notice that we have this and this as a common term? That is exactly what factorization does mean. So we're going to bring out x plus 2y, which is the outer part of this equation, and then we'll bring out one of those common terms. Great. That is x minus 3y, and both will be equal to 0. Now from this expression, you must have come to see that we have two common expressions. The first is x plus 2y equal to 0, or we are going to have x minus 3y equal to 0. So what do we do from here? We are going to simplify. Now if we simplify this other side, we're going to have, let's subtract minus 2y from both sides. So we'll have x plus 2y minus 2y, and that will be equal to 0 minus 2y. So definitely this will clear this, and then we'll have x to be equal to negative 2y. Great. Now if we simplify that further, do you notice that we are going to get a value? Let's divide both sides by y. If we divide both sides by y, we'll divide here by y. You come to see that y will cancel y, and then our x divided by y, which is the value we are looking for, will be equal to negative 2. So this is one of the solutions to that value. Remember, we're looking for the value of x divided by y. Now let's look for the second solution. From this second part, you come to see that we have x, if we add plus 3 to both sides, we'll have x minus 3y plus 3y, and that will be equal to 3y, because here will be 0 plus 3y, and that will be 3y. So here you notice that 3y will clear 3y, and then we'll have our x to be equal to 3y. So let's divide both sides by y as we did on the other side, while we'll have to clear y, and then our x divided by y will be equal to 3. Great. So this is another solution to that expression. So you see, we have two solutions for x divided by y. So our x divided by y will be equal to -2, or it can be equal to 3. These are the two solutions for that value of x divided by y. I promised you I'm going to show you two methods in which we are going to solve this quadratic equation involving two variables, x and y. Now let's look at the second method. In solving the second method, you are going to notice how we're going to use a certain expression. Now let's look at, in solving the second question, we are given x squared, right, minus xy minus 6y squared, and this was equal to 0. So what we are going to do is we are going to divide all through by the value of y squared. Now notice what we are going to do. If we divide all through by the value of y squared, what are we going to have? Divide all through by the value of y squared. Remember, this will also be divided by y squared, irrespective of the fact that it's also what is 0. So if we do that, we're going to have this expression to now give us, this is going to be x squared minus y squared minus, if this divides this, you see that this square will clear one y, and then we'll have our x divided by y, right? And this will be equal to, this will have to clear this, and this will be minus 6, and this will be equal to 0. Now do you notice something? Good, we are having x divided by y. Now come to think about this. Remember the law of indices. If you have a to the power of x divided by b to the power of x, this can be equal to a divided by b, and all b to the power of what? X. Great. So if we do that into that expression, you're going to have that expression to now give us x divided by y all squared minus x divided by y minus 6, and this is equal to 0. Great. So what do we have remaining here? We're going to look for one thing. We're going to let the value of x divided by y be equal to p. If we do that, we are going to simplify this expression easily. So that expression will now give us p squared minus p minus 6, and this is equal to 0. Great. So we now have a quadratic equation. From that quadratic equation, we're given -6, right? We're going to look for two values. We'll multiply, that will give us -6. And when we add such two values, we are going to have -1, which is p. Now, what do we have? What are those two values? We're going to take those two values to be 3 and what? And 2. So what sign can we input in 3 and 2 that will give us -6 and that will give us -1? Because 3 is greater than 2, we'll assign negative to 3, and then let's assign positive to 2. Minus times plus will give us minus, 3 times 2 will give us 6. Good, we can get this. Now, minus plus is going to give us what? Minus 3 plus 2. And minus 3 plus 2 is going to give us -1. So the two variables are minus 3. So we'll have p squared minus 3p plus 2p minus 6, and this is equal to 0. So p is common. We'll have our p to be equal to p minus 3, right? And this will be plus 2 into bracket p minus 3, and this will be equal to 0. So here we'll have p plus 2, and the other side we have p minus 3, which is common, and this will be equal to 0. So from this expression, you're going to see that p plus 2 is equal to 0, or we're going to have p minus 3 to be equal to 0. So what do we have here? subtract 2 from both sides, we'll have our p to be equal to -2. And if we add 3 to both sides, we're going to have our p to be equal to 3. So do you notice that we let our x divided by y to be equal to p? So if you remember, if x divided by y is equal to p, so that means x divided by y will be equal to -2 and what? And 3. So this is the solution to that exponential equation that is given to us. You see, you can solve this equation using 2 different methods, and that makes mathematics very interesting and fun. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more simplified mathematics solutions, and remember to share this video with your friends and colleagues. Don't forget to join our community for more mathematics solutions. Thanks so much for watching, and bye-bye for now.